Let me ask, what is a man?
Was a man? I would say a person that's God created, in the soul. He's put his spirit into, and he said, gave him dominion over the earth. He's a protector, he's a provider. But most of all, if we're talking biologically, then yeah, he has, the package to go with it. But yeah, as spiritual as a leader, as spirit wise, we are leaders. We're meant to go out and work hard and like I said, protect our families and stuff and educate. I think we've kind of submitted a lot of or surrendered a lot of our roles to our counterparts, to our ladies, which I think we need to pick back up.
Yeah.
Whether that's educating or at least not, I won't say surrender, but we got too detached, right? We didn't stay involved with any other processes that we see today. And I feel like we allowed the emotions of the women to overcome a lot of the stuff that we should have been teaching, and specifically the logical stuff, because we're logical thinkers, and that's what we're seeing, a breakdown of logics, because it's very logical to see that you are a man and you are a woman, right? It's just, I don't know why we're having this debate, but it's an emotional debate because we allowed them to take over, I think.
Should a man ever, 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 but ever, 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 but ever tell a woman his problems?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I believe you can. It depends. It depends what the problem is. If you want to confide in her some things and seek her opinion, especially if it's your wife, right? If it's a girlfriend or anybody else, I don't trust social media today, so I wouldn't tell too many people. But if it's something that it need God in it anyway, just go ahead and see God, consult God about it, and same thing with women, they want to change men. It's like, you're not going to change a man, go talk to God about it. Let him talk to the man. That's he gave us that order for a reason, and I say lean on it. That's why I always talk to God about what I got going on. And then once I feel like I got a solution or something has been dropped in my spirit, then I go to my wife. I've been taught to be a problem solver. So if you're gonna bring a problem up, you better bring a solution with it.
Nice. Yeah, and you're right. If a man got something he really admire, like he's hungry, like, go when you get home, I'm real hungry. Go and make me a meal, or wash the dishes or do something. But personal issues, women can't handle that because of the order of God. And God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, woman over children. And women need men to bring them out of that hell, not to come into the hell with her. She's just not built to, she can't even handle her own stuff. So there's no way she's going to be able to handle a man's issues as well. That's what fathers are for.
And that's what brothers are for. It's okay for you to go to other men. It's like, look, hey, bro, I'm going through this. What you think? What's the advice? Because like I said, we have that capacity to not get so emotionally involved that we can actually think clearly.
And even nowadays, you have to be careful with that too, because most men are so beta male. They're emotional like a woman, so you can't even trust that. Should a man ever, 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 but ever, 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 ever listen to a woman?
Trust but verify. All right. Trust but verify. Trust that what they're telling you is truth, but go verify. Just like when Peter and John and the disciples heard about Jesus' resurrection, Mary came and told them what they do. Go verify. They trusted her, but they went to the tomb to verify for themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't take away from their position. It doesn't make them look bad. But after what happened with Adam and Eve, I think it's great to just verify, make sure that apple that fruit is not the wrong fruit.
I remember God told Adam, because you listen to the woman, you're gonna suffer. And I notice now that every time a man listens to the woman, he suffers.
Yeah,
What a mess.
the biggest example was Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Man, that situation is just so sad to me because, like you say, you just see a man who's just literally being controlled by his lady, and not only is it hurting his marriage, but it's hurting his children.
Yeah.
And he's transitioning his son against the mother's wishes, which is just all backwards. And that's what you kind of get when you let stuff get out of order.
When I read about this story and I've seen it over and over again, I often wonder, what is he thinking? Ain't that much love for a woman in the world or anything that I would let my little son or daughter go through that period. They would have to be grown, 80, 90, out there on their own and make that decision totally. I have nothing to do with it. But I can't imagine a father agreeing to something like that. It just, I would love to interview him and talk to him about it. I just want to understand that mindset. What is it about her, if she encouraged him to do that, what is it that she got going on that convinced him to say okay to that? I just don't get that mindset. I know the devil live in the mind, but he must have a whole bunch of demons up in there.
Well, I can't put it past him, man. If you're not in the Word, Bible talks about that one man named Legion. He had over 2,000 demons in him. So you can have a lot of demons in you and not know it. And if you got that many in you, then you will definitely not behaving like you should.
Have you ever met him?
I've never met Wade.
Amazing.